Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, boy, do we need this. Get ready to shop.
Welcome to Supermarket Sweep!
We're getting our first look at the all-new Supermarket Sweep.
You at home, pay attention.
Then we'll keep smiling when Ken Jeong joins us to talk about The Masked Singer and his new show. And it's a Jason Show staff taste test. We're trying a new candy that's causing a little bit of controversy. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Let's make it a good day. Good morning, everybody. We are live from our studios in the Twin Cities. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Hi. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm so glad she's here. Please clap at home on your couch, on your chair, your lazy boy for my good friend and yours, Kendall.
Hi.
Good morning.
Lazy boy. I love lazy boys.
Do you?
I do. I have one.
Okay. That's
Thanks.
wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can you clap for the Kendall? Can we have the thank you? She has a lazy boy.
Thank you.
A lazy boy is sort of kind of responsible for me being here.
Because it was a lazy boy commercial? Or
No,
what?
okay, thank you for guessing, but no. No, so in '96, I moved home to help out my mom for about a year. I was done with school, and I'm like, you know that year.
Yep.
Sometimes people take, we don't know what we want to. Anyway, so I moved home, and then at the end of the year, both my mom and I were like, okay, you should probably become an adult and start your life.
Yep.
And I remember that a college professor had talked about Minnesota. She had worked at another station here, and she worked at the Oprah Winfrey Show, and she said Minneapolis is a great TV market. So one morning I woke up and sat in my dad's green lazy boy, forest green. Everything in the 90s was forest green.
Great color.
And it was great for a couple years. And so I sit in the lazy boy and I turn on the TV, and the first commercial that morning was an Explore Minnesota tourism commercial. And I looked at the TV and I went, son of a biscuit. And I called my friend, executive producer Jeff. Literally, a litter of kittens just fell out on the floor. He thought I was going to say a bad word. I am a professional. Anyway, so I turned off the TV. I called my friend Candace, and I said, Candace, what are you doing this weekend? And she goes, nothing. And I said, we're renting a car and we're looking for an apartment. She goes, for who? And I go, for me. I'm moving to Minneapolis. She goes, you are?
That was that.
And I drove down. I found an apartment in Loring Park. I went to this place called Apartment Search. Remember those? And I went in, and there was a guy. He was either half drunk or half asleep. And he looks at me and he goes, yeah, I'm going to put you in Loring Park. And I said, oh, okay. And he goes, yeah, it's close to downtown. It's close to the metro. You're not going to go to any sporting events, are you? Hand to God, he said that. And I said, no, sir, I probably won't. He goes, yeah, you'll still like Loring Park. And then I got an apartment, and then 3 months later, I moved here, didn't know a soul.
And that was that.
And that was that. And thus here I am with you fine people. Yeah.
All
Thank
because
you.
of the lazy boy.
All because of sitting on my dad's horrendously ugly forest green lazy boy. Yeah.
Mine is not horrendously ugly. It's a nice, caramel tan color, inherited from my parents.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's leather.
Nice.
It's in the basement.
Oh, a nice leather. It
Yes.
stands the test of time, doesn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway. Hey, let's get started, everybody. It is time for the hot dish. Here we go. I'm hungry. Okay. I don't need to say this, but I will. America, we need this. We need this right now, don't we? You know what I'm talking about. The trailer for the reboot of Supermarket Sweep is out, hosted by one of our favorites, Leslie Jones. Let's look at this and laugh.
The classic 90s game show is back on the market.
Welcome to Supermarket Sweep!
It's fresher than the produce aisle,
We're gonna bring some heat to y'all tonight.
It's game time, baby.
faster than the self-checkout,
If you are a fan of people running around like they possess, you are in the right place.
and the stakes have never been bigger.
This is your time to shine. The team with the highest
This is
mark
so
total
good.
gets to play
I mean, come on. The winner of each show will win $100,000. Supermarket Sweep debuts Sunday, October 18th on another network. This is one of those projects that's a great marriage of project and talent. You couldn't get a better host than Leslie Jones for this. You really couldn't. Her excitement is going to make you excited. And we need this. We need entertainment that makes us forget about last night. You know what I mean, right? Yeah.
I would say yes. I'm not as excited about this as you are. You're going to replace me. I'm aware. Yes. Thanks. He's calling Shane right now.
Can I call Shane?
Yeah.
Just call Shane and
I think she's on
see
vacation.
what is she on vacation this week?
Yeah, she's on vacation.
She's off today?
Yeah,
no, I
sorry.
see. I can't. That ruins the bit. I was gonna call her and be like, "Hey, girl, get in here." But
Yeah, no, I'm
okay,
sorry. She's gone.
No, can you? No. Look, I am all about a variety of views. Why are you not excited about this?
I like Leslie. I like the throwback side of this. I'm just not into people throwing produce into carts.
Okay. Well, there's something wrong with you.
I'm just
I respect
saying.
your opinion as another human being, but I can also tell you that you're wrong.
Okay, thank
There's
you.
nothing better than seeing women in sweatshirts throwing canned meat.
Nothing better.
It's nothing better. Nothing better.
Okay.
Next in the dish, Sacha Baron Cohen's Borat sequel is not only done, it's done, it now has a home. Amazon Studios has acquired Borat 2. I know. The movie was reportedly shot and produced in secret in recent months. Sasha, if you do not know, plays a foreign journalist from Kazakhstan who is investigating American politics and culture. The first film cost like $11 to make and made more than $250 million. And here's the other thing. Borat 2 is going to launch before Election Day. It feels like we just found out that they were doing another Borat. So not only are we getting it, now we know where it's going, Amazon, which I think is smart. We don't need to see Borat in the theaters. You know, there's certain movies that you should see on the big screen. This isn't one of them. No. But we're also going to get it before Election Day. This is fantastic.
This is fantastic. I love Borat. So when my mom is in a salty mood, like anyone can get in, all I have to do is turn on my Borat accent and I can like make her cry laugh. So that is how good Borat, this whole persona is.
Can I ask a question? Why are you saying Borat?
The Borat?
Oh, like that. Oh, okay. I was like, I thought I was talking to some of my relatives in Tennessee here. I was like,
No.
what's happening here?
No.
Cousin Linda. You know,
No.
have you watched that Borat? Yeah, I thought I was talking
Do
to
not
Cousin
worry,
Linda.
Gypsy. I'm only here to
No.
steal your tears.
I love this, and I know he gets political. I don't
Yeah.
care about that.
I don't either.
I like just the funny. But here's my question. How did they keep this a secret? He's been in the zeitgeist and in culture since 2006. How is he still going to gun shows and craft festivals and Renaissance festivals and nobody knows, oh, that goofy guy is Borat? How is the secret being kept?
Okay, I have two theories.
Okay.
One theory is that those people just don't know who he is. They don't watch the show.
Okay.
Anyone who just doesn't know, right? Sometimes you don't know people. Number two, he's got a fantastic makeup team and he's just funny. And so people are like, oh. And number three, we're just weird. We're all weird. And so people see a weird person, they're like, oh, it's just another weirdo.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't like Supermarket Sweep. Next in the dish, one of Disney's most, thank you, crew. You like that one, didn't you, Evan? Yeah, I got her. Just when she thinks, yeah. Next, one of Disney's most successful animated films is getting a sequel no one asked for. According to Deadline, talks are underway for a live-action Lion King follow-up. The plot is being kept under wraps, but the story is expected to explore the mythology of all the characters, including Mufasa's origin story. Disney is planning to shoot with the same type of photorealistic technology it used in the 2019 live-action version that not a lot of people liked. It made more than $1.5 billion. Now this is what I love. The director of Moonlight, Barry Jenkins, is in charge of the script. That makes me feel better because I heart Barry Jenkins. However, very few people loved the live-action Lion King. My mother did, but other than that, you know what I mean? people didn't love it the way Disney thought they would.
Right. I think that they could do other things too. There's other Disney movies people love that they could maybe focus on doing instead of just doing another Lion King, unless they just feel like they got the first one wrong and want to like redo.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna do an orange, like Jiminy Cricket, explore his criminal past before he met Pinocchio, you know?
That would be enlightening, yes.
Kids are like, Mommy, did Jason just say Jiminy Cricket is a criminal? Yeah.
I don't think kids even know who Jiminy Cricket is anymore. I'm being serious. I'm 100% serious right now. That was even kind of before me.
Okay. Can we check? Is she wanting to upset me today? I mean, are you trying?
I'm just poking the bear.
I know you are. I know. But kids, seriously, if you don't know who the cricket is, do kids not know Pinocchio and Jiminy
I am
Cricket?
being 100% serious when I say this. I'm not trying to be
Yeah, you're
offensive.
probably right.
I mean
I
it. I don't know if they do know who that is.
That's just anyway. Call me, kids. I'll tell you all about Jiminy Cricket. Yeah. We have a lot more to come. Go get another cup of coffee. We'll be right back after this.
The Hot Dish continues coming up next.
You need to take this show seriously, Ken.
Agree to disagree.
He's on fire with 2 hit shows. Ken Jeong will chat with us about, of course, the new season of The Masked Singer and his new show, I Can See Your Voice. Then the Jason Show staff has to deal with a lot of stuff, but they've never had to deal with turkey dinner flavored candy corn. The shocking taste test is just ahead. And these boots are made for walking in fall. Kendall is showing you the hottest boots of the season when we come back.
We went out on the street yesterday and we asked people, who do you think won the debate? Again, this was yesterday. The debate was still 24 hours away, but did that stop people from claiming to have seen it? No, it did not, as you will see in tonight's edition of Live Witness News.
The debate on TV last night. Who do you think was better, Trump or Biden?
Trump.
Were you surprised last night at the beginning of the debate when President Trump pulled up on that motorcycle?
Absolutely.
What'd you
Absolutely.
think?
I mean,
Describe it a little bit. For people who might not have seen it, describe it a little bit.
His motorcycle, I can't, if I can describe it, I didn't get a glimpse that much,
Yeah.
but I know he was on it. I seen it and he was like revving it a little bit,
Yeah.
which was pretty great, and that's what I enjoyed.
Yeah.
I
And when
enjoyed.
he did the Fonzie thing.
Exactly, did the
Oh my goodness. I weep for democracy. I cry for humanity. Welcome back, everybody. That is Live Witness News on Kimmel. Well, I don't even know what to say. Thank goodness we have a spectacular guest next to help me wipe my tears. Wednesday is a big night on the FOX. We get Masked Singer followed by the new show, I Can See Your Voice. And there's one common link between those two shows, and it's this gentleman right here.
You at home, pay attention.
I can do this all night long.
With like a capital Ken Jeong on it.
I can do this all night long.
Oh my God.
I can do this all night.
You need to take this show seriously, Ken.
Agree to disagree.
This party's just getting started.
So get ready!
I can do this all night long.
What's happening? Yeah, you get used to it.
Here's something we can all agree on. Wednesday is now legally known as Ken's Day. Ken Jeong is in his 4th season as judge on The Masked Singer and also serves as the new host of the new show, I Can See Your Voice. And Ken joins us now live. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, guys.
Ken, how exciting. I mean, you've had a lot of things, a lot of good things happen to you, but now there's a day of the week named after you.
Yes, that's really important. I lobbied every city council I could all across the country, and they were unanimous in telling me no. But I changed it anyway, and I felt like it was really good marketing and added a hashtag in front of it. It's really important. And that motorcycle was huge, by the way. The Undertaker came in, Stone Cold Steve Austin gave him a stunner. It was the best debate ever. It was great.
This was my favorite part of last night, actually. Ken, what did you say when the FOX came to you and they said, "Hey, we can't get enough of you. We want you to host yet another show"? What was your first response?
You know, I was just so flattered that they on the success. It's all because of the Masked Singer.
Yeah.
They asked me to be a part of I Can See Your Voice, the show that's airing right after the Masked Singer tonight. And I honestly, it's an embarrassment of riches. I am just the luckiest man alive. And for me to be on one show in show business, that's a miracle. And then to be on two shows at the same night, it's something I don't take for granted, and I'm just so happy. Just people are, you just want good escape right now from the reality of today, and I honestly think The Masked Singer, for my money, is the best family show on television. It's just a pure escapist, dumb fare, and I provide all the dumb. You know what I mean? I have fun. You just want to have fun right now. And for 1 and hopefully 2 hours a night, you can get that fun.
Ken, here's the typical question for the 4 people that haven't seen the new show. Tell us the premise.
Yes, if The Masked Singer is all about finding the singer under the mask, I Can See Your Voice is trying to find a good or a bad singer to help a contestant win $100,000. So here we are all trying, with the help of a musical superstar and celebrity judges, trying to help one person win $100,000 and hopefully eliminate all the bad singers at the end. You get one good singer doing a duet with tonight's musical star, which is Jordan Sparks. And if that person is a good singer, that contestant can win up to $100,000. And it's so much fun to try, especially in these unprecedented times, trying to help people win real money.
Absolutely. Ken, we have about a minute left. I want to ask you, I want to know if you had the same experience. We had Nick here on set before The Masked Singer ever debuted. And in a commercial break, Ken, I love the story. He leaned over to me and he said, I have never been more confident about a concept than I am about this Masked Singer. He goes, wait till you see it. It's going to be a hit. Mark my word. Did you have a similar feeling, Ken, when you maybe shot the pilot? Or when did you know, if it wasn't then, that this was going to be something big?
Well, it's the #1 show in Korea, and my mom, I'm of Korean descent. And the reason why I signed on to The Masked Singer is because my mom told me to. My mom was like, because I wasn't really sure. I wasn't really sure about the concept. I wasn't sure about it. I'd never done a game show, never been a panelist on a game show as a regular panelist. So to be honest, I wasn't sure. And then my mom was like, she showed me clips of the show in Korea, and she said, if you do it, it'll be a game changer for your career. So, and it is. And my mom told me to watch I Can See Your Voice because it's also based on a Korean show of the same name. So basically, America, just do what your mom says and everything will be all right. You know what I mean?
That is my motto, believe me. Do what your mom says. Ken, I don't need to say this, but I will. Continued success. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Remember, it's Ken's Day today. The Masked Singer at 7, followed by I Can See Your Voice at 8, right here on Fox. If you're watching us from other stations, check your local listings, as they say. Next in the dish, Kathie Lee Gifford was on with Andy Cohen last night. And she talked about, a couple things, but she did talk about the late, great Regis. Look.
It was, every day was fun with Regis. He was bigger than life. Nobody talked about themselves by their own name. He would enter any room, whether it was a huge auditorium or just him and me going to lunch. He'd have to enter going, Regis is here. All right, look who I've got. The woman can't get enough of me. It was always a party with Regis. We just wanted everybody to be comfortable and have a ball and want to come back and see us again. And I was blessed. I was blessed for 15 professional years with the best of the best. But then our friendship even deepened for the next 20 years after that, when I didn't work with him and went on to do all kinds of other projects. The fact that we had lunch 2 weeks before he passed speaks volumes. We always saw each other when we could, always. And
I love the Kathie Lee. I want her on the show. Can we book her? I do. She was so, really quick. A little aside. I've said this maybe 5 times, and she was the nicest woman. I met her twice in person. She was at the Mall of America promoting an album, and I met her once, and then she had a return engagement about 7 months later. And I made the Mall of America people promise me that this is true, and I believe them. They're my friends. I came back 7 months later, and Kendall, I walked in the room, and she looked at me, and she goes, Jason. And I go, yeah. She remembered my name after like 7 or 8 months.
Wow.
And she was this is 20 years ago, and she remains in my mind one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met in this goofy career. and I love her. Now let's talk about something kind of funny. She's also in the news lately because of her son-in-law, who's married to Cassidy.
Oh, her daughter.
Her daughter.
Okay.
The family was on Family Feud, and they get up and they're standing there, and I guess son-in-law was wearing really tight pants.
Oh.
I'm talking like saloon on a Saturday night tight pants.
Oh,
Oh yeah. It's a squirrel. I mean, the whole thing. Yeah, moose and squirrel. I mean, the whole thing. And it was just like, you couldn't not see it.
Right.
It was very obvious, and it's made national news. So if you're bored, Google Kathie Lee son-in-law, and you'll see why it's making news. And she handled it well. The family has a great sense of humor, and they all cracked up about it. But
well, didn't you say that he kind of like reacted as soon as he saw what he looked like too? He was like,
oh yeah, he looked down, and it's like, dun, 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 dun. You know, when he went like that, it was like, let's cover the moose and squirrel. Yes, quickly. Yeah. Next in the dish, Jim Parsons from The Big Bang Theory was on Fallon this week and talked about where he learned to act. Look.
Your director called this performance in The Boys in the Band your Mary Tyler Moore moment. Speaking of like her role in Ordinary People, and then Ryan Murphy also called Hollywood, your other project you did with him. That he said that was your Mary Tyler Moore moment.
I love Mary Tyler Moore so much, and I feel like watching her on her sitcoms like Dick Van Dyke and especially her show, those were very formative for me in becoming a TV actor. Like she taught me without knowing it from my living room. And I was aware when she did Ordinary People. I was very young, but I knew that it was out of left field from what I knew about her. And I guess...
Yeah, Jim is in the new... He's out promoting the new Netflix movie, The Boys in the Band, which I believe is out today. Parsons also revealed he battled COVID-19 early on in the pandemic back in March. I will recommend... I saw Boys in the Band, Kendall, on Broadway last year, I think it was. Yeah, not this past August, but the August before, obviously, not this August. But anyway, and sensational.
Yeah.
Sensational. And it's, it's an older story. It's from, I believe, the late 60s. There was a movie made, and then the same cast, with the exception of one, is in this Netflix movie. And the reason he made that comparison to Mary Tyler Moore is, in this play, Jim isn't nice. He isn't always nice. He's not exactly his character in The Big Bang Theory.
Which is,
he's
I
not
think,
Shelton. Yeah.
I have a hard time sometimes with people who are so successful in one role, seeing them in another role.
Yeah.
Because you think of them as a different person. So I'm curious just to see it
You'll
for that.
love it. It's really good. The Boys in the Band is what it's called on Netflix. And if you haven't watched it, Ordinary People, with Mary Tyler Moore. Jeff, you said, what is it on? HBO Max. I got to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in a very, very long time. Donald Sutherland, a young Timothy Hutton, and Mary Tyler Moore. Nice. And her people did not want her to do that role because she had just come from the Mary Tyler Moore show where she was Happy Mary Richards. And now she was, yeah. Still ahead, the Jason... I got a headache from doing that. Still ahead, the Jason Show staff is ready to put their taste buds to the test. And then, with fall here, Kendall chats with the local stylist about some of the hottest fall boot trends. Some of those right there. That and more coming up when we return. Back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. We were Googling photos in that commercial break.
Oh, can't unsee that.
Yeah, Kendall was very frightened. Welcome, we all actually were. Welcome back. Fall is full of flavors, from pumpkin spice to everything nice to apples and more. But a new flavor of candy is causing some controversy. Think of it as Thanksgiving dinner in a bag. I don't know why you want to think that, but Brock's is now selling this awful thing. It's called Turkey Dinner Candy Corn, with candy corn flavors like, and I'm not kidding, roast turkey, stuffing flavored, and even a green bean candy corn. And it's available at Walgreens stores. So in what we're going to do probably throughout season 6, we're going to be doing some taste testing here Our tagline will be, we're going to eat it so you don't have to. Today, the Jason Show team is giving it a try in our first ever Jason Show taste test. Please give it up for Kendall, producer Ted, and executive producer Jeff. Hello, stars.
Hello.
Okay, now there are 6 different, this is how this is going to work. There are 6 different flavors here in this bag, and we each have them in front of us, and we're going to try each of them one by one and analyze them. Okay, and Jeff has warned us there are some mystery flavors.
Well, I mean, we just don't know.
We don't know what
colors,
they are. Yeah, okay. So we're going to go with number 1, everybody. I will tell you, this has an amber color to it.
Has to be cranberry, right?
It has to be. So everybody, please, consume.
Tastes like cranberry.
It's cranberry.
It doesn't taste like anything.
Oh, you don't think it tastes? Yeah. Crew, don't we
good.
think that's cranberry, actually, right?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
That's not offensive.
It just tastes like candy.
Okay. Number 2, this has a white top and then a creamsicle bottom to it.
Do we have to like cleanse the palate?
Well, I don't have any coffee beans for you. I mean, yeah.
Oh no.
So go ahead. Go ahead. Let's eat this. Here we go.
Oh,
That's so bad.
oh
my gosh.
Is that stuffing?
It's like potpourri in your mouth.
It tastes like potpourri.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's so bad.
that is.
What is it?
What is that? Do you know? Do you have a card?
I don't know, but that
It tastes like stuffing.
Is it supposed to be stuffing?
I think it's stuffing.
I feel like I just ate Michael's craft store.
Yeah.
Oh, that is horrendous.
That stuff, no.
Okay, let's move on to number 3. Oh, Ted actually does have something to cleanse his palate. Way to go, Ted.
Ted's
Okay.
prepared.
Number 3 is all green. It is a, I don't know, a lighter green.
Green bean, right?
It has to be
sure.
green beans, right? Okay, here we go. Let's consume.
I don't want it. Can I spit it out?
No.
No. Just take a little bite. Don't eat the whole thing.
I did take a little bite.
Oh,
don't
I
like
ate the
it.
whole thing.
It's really bad.
That's
Oh.
not bad.
Jason, that's so
that
gross.
tastes
Doesn't
fine.
really taste like anything.
No.
No, I would strongly disagree.
I would strongly disagree.
I would actually rather have the number 2, the one that we just ate, other than this one. This one tastes like dirty grass.
Yeah, it's like when you get grass in your
Yes.
sock, and then for some reason, if your sock
Okay,
was in your
let's-
mouth.
Yeah.
Let's not be gross.
Well, I'm just saying, it tastes like grass.
I love
Yeah.
dirty grass.
Number 4, this has a caramel top and a like a cream colored bottom. Here we go.
I don't like that either.
That's turkey.
This is disgusting.
That is turkey, and that's the worst of all.
That is the worst one.
I don't mind it.
Is the bottom half the dark meat?
It's not bad.
Actually, it gets
Jeff.
better the longer it's in your
It's
mouth.
really not.
Jeff, you have got to be kidding me.
Okay.
It just tastes like turkey candy.
Yeah, it tastes the most like the flavor it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's be clear, turkey isn't supposed to be a candy flavor.
No, it's disgusting.
It can be. Anything can be candy if you try hard.
But if it was.
Thank you, Pollyanna. Thank you for your. Anyway, okay. Number 5 is caramely on the top with a white bottom.
I don't want to play anymore.
I know. This is. Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh. Pumpkin.
Nope. It's mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's kind of good.
You know, I will say,
Oh.
Ted, you don't like this one?
Oh.
Yeah, this is mashed potatoes and gravy.
It's kind of good. It
And
tastes
Sean-
like that canned gravy.
Yes, it does. And it has a little caramel tint to it as well.
That's good.
Okay. And last but not, Ted, are you okay?
Well, we know what this one is.
Do we?
Well, it's on the bag.
What? Oh.
What's the last
Oh,
option?
wow, somebody's sassy in this 4-box. Well, I don't know what flavor's left.
Sweet potato.
Oh, sweet potato. Okay, here we go. Our final one, sweet potato.
It tastes like soap.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is-
Yeah,
Oh.
that does taste like soap.
That is Bath and Body Works.
Is it funny that we all know what soap tastes like in our mouth?
I was
Like,
just gonna
were
say.
we bad kids?
We were all
Anyone
bad
stuck
kids.
Soap in your mouth, you'll
Oh.
know.
Okay.
I think turkey wins.
Okay, I was just going to go down winners and losers. Biggest loser for you, Kendall?
I don't even know. I think the potatoes, was that the really bad one that tastes like potpourri? Stuffing.
The stuffing, number 2.
Yeah.
Ted, the biggest loser for you?
Oh, it would have been the
Mashed potatoes.
Okay, Jeff?
Sweet potato. That was weird.
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, and I will go with the last one was probably the worst.
It was soap.
Okay, and the winner, your favorite, Kendall, if you had to choose.
Oh, cranberry by far, because it's the only
Okay.
one who tastes like it should be a candy.
Jeff?
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
And Ted?
Cranberry.
I'm going with cranberry. You can get, if you dare, the turkey dinner candy corn from Brock's at your local Walgreens. And yeah, that was. And and if you have an idea for a wacky food that you would like us to try, all you have to do is let us know on our Facebook page. Just search for The Jason Show and hit us up on a direct message. And it could end up on a future episode. Still ahead, everybody. Some iconic TV shows made their debut on this date. We'll show you a few of them and talk about their impact when we come back. Back in a moment. Oh. You don't see Drew Barrymore doing this, do you? Seriously. You see Drew Barrymore vacuuming her own set? My goodness.
No.
The effects of COVID, I'm telling you. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's acknowledge a couple things. First, we all are going to be suffering from a horrible aftertaste for a good 3 to 4 hours after that taste test. But again, that's why our motto is we eat it so you don't have to.
You're
that
welcome.
was horrible.
It was pretty awful. The soapy one was just.
Was the worst, yeah. Hey guys, the fall season is when new TV shows start to premiere, but only a few will be remembered years from now, really. I mean, it's like the divorce rate and restaurants. It's seriously. Oh, wow. That was so funny. She so rarely finds me funny that when she does laugh, it's great. Anyway, the 3 iconic shows all premiered on this day in the past. So let's jump into the Wayback Machine and start remembering when. Starting with this show. Listen to this. 60 years ago today, The Flintstones premiered, becoming the first animated series in prime time, setting the stage for shows like The Simpsons and Family Guy. The Flintstones lasted 6 seasons, but continues to air in syndication. I think it's one of those shows, if I did my research right, The Flintstones is one of those shows that has basically run every day since its premiere on network television. Wow. There have been a few gaps, but somewhere, I Love Lucy held that record for a while. No matter where you are in the world, at any minute of the day, there's an I Love Lucy episode playing. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but the Flintstones, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, that just expands generations. I loved that show.
Well, and if you go back and watch it, there's just like The Simpsons, there's some adult humor in there as well. I mean, they had characters like, Anne Margrock, that was about Anne Margaret. I mean, there were a lot of adult references. I mean, nothing. I mean, it was the 60s, so I mean, it wasn't like
too crazy.
It wasn't like you saw Fred and Wilma's date night, but there were still some references. Well, next up, a little bitty show that premiered today on NBC in 1982.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. And
who can forget this iconic theme song from Cheers? Ted Danson, Shelley Long were the stars when it premiered. Coach, the late Coach. Kirstie Alley joined the series after Shelley Long thought, hey, I'm going to leave a hit show and become a movie star. That never happened. Get this, the Cheers series finale in 1993 was watched by nearly 40% of the U.S. population.
Wow.
Just take that in this age of cable and streaming and Netflix and Hulu and Bulu and take that in. 40% of the U.S. population in 1993 watched one show.
I don't think 40% of us can agree on anything these days. That's
that is show me correct. Yes, no. But that's amazing. But that was a universal appeal. And here in Minnesota, Cheers was special because for over a decade, it ran on KARE 11 at like 10 o'clock. And people made that a big tradition of theirs.
Okay.
But yeah, and a fun fact about Cheers, one of my favorites, It's proof that networks need to stick with shows. Cheers was the last rated show on all of television when it debuted. Like, out of 82 shows, it was number 82. But Brandon Tartikoff, who ran NBC, believed in it and stuck with the show. See, bosses? Finally, well, not my bosses, but I'm just saying bosses in general. Finally, a show that premiered 36 years ago today on CBS. Grab your typewriter. Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury as mystery writer and amateur sleuth Jessica Fletcher. It's one of the longest running shows on TV in TV history, lasting 12 years, averaging more than 30 million viewers a week at the height of its popularity on Sunday nights. Again, just wrap your brain around that. TV shows nowadays are thrilled when they get 6 million viewers. So at its height on CBS on Sunday nights, 30, that's wonderful, you know?
That's crazy.
And
I mean, I didn't watch the show, but
Yeah.
I love shows like that, so I could see the popularity.
And Angela Lansbury, a TV star in her 50s and 60s, you know? She had a second career. I mean, she was
Yes,
a Broadway
girl.
star in movies. Still ahead, Kendall checks out the latest in fall fashion when it comes to boots. These boots are made for walking, and we'll walk when we come back. Back after this. You go back to back of me now. Oh, it broke. Welcome back to the Jason Show, where we promise never ever to speak over each other. For many women, it's a must-have. Thank you, crew. It's a must-have in the fall and winter. Boots. Not snow boots, but fashion boots. But there are a few things to know before you go buy those fashion boots. Kendall chatted with Lindsay from Fashion Fix MN about finding just the right boots for you.
It is fall boot season. I'm so excited, Lindsay. I love how you put this. 4 boot styles for every look and occasion this fall, which we all need a little direction for that.
Right, because when you go in shopping at the stores and you see all of your options and selections for boots, it is so overwhelming. You don't even know where to begin. You're like, well, what heel height do I need? Do I need a tall boot? Do I need a short boot? What color do I need? So this is really going to help narrow it down to the 4 looks and styles that you might want to add to your closet that'll have you ready for anything this season.
I love it. Okay, number 1, you called it the everyday.
The everyday boot. So something like this, something really neutral in a neutral fabric like suede or leather. You can see this one has kind of a low heel on it. You can do something with a no heel on it. You want something that's going to be the most versatile to wear with the most things in your closet, right? So we're looking for something that's going to have high impact, high productivity in your wardrobe that you can throw on with anything. And here's the trick. This is what I want you to look for when you're shopping for this boot. Something that you can wear all day. That's your shopping tip for this, right?
Number 2 is the trend.
The trend. This is probably my favorite one and the most fun to wear. So here's an example of one from my wardrobe, which is the slide in here. So you can see the back is cut out and it's got a pretty high heel on it. So when you're thinking about shopping the trend boot, this is going to be something that maybe you're going to wear for a night out or out on a date. Something that feels a little bit edgier, something that feels like it's going to deliver a little bit more pop of personality to your look and to your wardrobe. So this is mine. This is a favorite one that I wear a lot when I head out to dinner. Some other things that you can look for would maybe be like pattern or printed or texture on it, or maybe a peep toe or something that has cutouts on the side. Any of those really fun, funky details. But here's your shopping tip for this. Make sure you're getting something that reflects your personal style, right? So you might look at this and be like, Lindsay, I don't know if I can wear that. That's fine. Let's find something else that really speaks to what your look is and what your personal style is so that it still works with what you have in your wardrobe.
Okay, this one I'm excited for. I need a little explanation. The wedge.
The wedge. So here is an example of one from my wardrobe. So wedge, we're looking at a wedge heel here. So this is going to be great for someone who doesn't love a traditional high heel on their boot. They want a little bit more comfort. It's going to give them a little bit more support through the arch, but they can still get some of that height. What I love about the wedge is it gives you a little bit more of that sporty look. So it's going to be a lot more casual. This might be a little bit more functional in your wardrobe. And here's your shopping tip tip for a wedge boot. Look for something that has a hidden platform or a platform in the front, because that is actually going to deliver a lot more comfort when you're wearing it, and you're going to be able to wear it longer.
Okay, number 4, the tall.
The tall. Okay, so this one is going to have a ton of chatter on it because I get the most questions about shopping tall boots from my clients than anything. So here's an example from my wardrobe. It's kind of hard to see, but the tall boot. Okay, so the tall boot is a classic. It is a timeless look. It is something that you can't go wrong with, right? With some of the other pieces, they might have a little bit more details or trends that are speaking to what's current now in style. This is something that's really going to be timeless in your wardrobe, okay? And you can go any way with this. You can have something with a heel on it like I have. You can go something that's flat, that's more of like a riding boot. But this is what you're going to use to really get that what I call Pinteresty look in the fall and winter, right? So you're tucking in your leggings, you're tucking in your skinny jeans with it. It's also an excellent style boot to wear with skirts and dresses in the fall and the winter. I'm a big skirt and dress fan in the fall and winter because I love doing leggings and just getting all cozied up. This is an excellent style boot to wear with that. But here's your shopping tip and what I want you to look out for, okay? Number 1, the shaft height of the boot, right? So if you're taller or shorter, we want to be looking for a shaft height that is really complementary to the height of your frame, right? Because if you're more petite, you don't want something too tall that's going to basically eat up all of your look in your leg. Like, we want to have a more complementary height. The other thing that you can look for is the shaft width. So this is something that's becoming a lot more available these days when you're shopping tall boots. Brands are offering such a variety in shaft width. So something that is skinnier, something that is wider, or something that's more in your neutral size. So just make sure you're getting something that fits comfortably for you.
Thank you, Lindsay. Kendall joins me now. Now, are you a boot kind of lady?
A lot of those boots were my boots.
Oh.
Yes, on my front porch.
If you do say so yourself.
I have a massive boot collection. Massive.
Well, okay, so if people are watching that and they're like, okay, oh, that went too fast, where can people get all the info?
Okay, so Fashion Fix MN is Lindsay's website and her Facebook page, plus Facebook and Instagram. Plus, of course, we'll post that little piece on our Facebook page too. But I do have a little tip on a personal level.
Yeah.
The wedge boot she's talking about, these boots called the Sorel brand has these boots that look like that. They're like $300. If you go online and search on Target, they sell a knockoff for like $30.
Bing! Target Boutique. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us. Target Boutique, Kendall. Welcome back, everybody. Want to say hello to some folks visiting from Oregon. They lived here. Chris is her name, and moved away from here in 2013. Misses the show, and is watching us right now. Hello. And speaking of social media, you can stay connected with us on social media. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All you have to do is search for Jason Show TV, and you can also follow us on our personal accounts too. Kendall Mark and Jason Matheson. We'll be right back. Stay with us after this. Welcome back, everybody. Wrapping things up. Thank you so much for watching. This year has taught a lot of us just to like appreciate the just little moments, normal moments in your life,
Yeah.
And I'm just appreciating just spending time with my mom. Like the fact that she's down the road, like I can go get her. Like yesterday we went to Target and I introduced her to Five Below. My mother loves a good dollar store. And she was like me in like a Chinese food buffet. I mean, she looked like she could not have been happier. She looked like she was in supermarket sweep. It was cracking me up.
Oh man, your mother and I need to shop together.
Oh.
That's like me in the antique stores, the discount stores. I'm like,
yeah. And I bring that up because eventually, like I said, my mom, the Dar, will return to our show when she gets settled and we find her house and stuff like that. But until then, she just, we use some of the great Target gift cards that a lot of you sent. And I just want to say again, she wants to say thank you very much. And when the time is right and I want her to feel comfortable and adjusted. She'll come back on the show and thank you personally, but I can't thank you guys enough, and I will say it 8,000 times. Tomorrow on the show, Big Brother alum McCrae will join us. Is there a scandal brewing with contestants on the current season of Big Brother? Plus, producer Ted reviews the Demi Moore adult podcast, Dirty Diana. Sorry. That's going to do it for us. If you're a kid watching that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go vacuum now.